What's going on, people? What's up, what's up? So today we're going to be talking about the dysfunction machine. So today's video is going to be talking about dysfunctions. And I entitled this series The Dysfunction Machine because dysfunction and dysfunctional families and dysfunctional people is just like a machine or a cyclical pattern that keeps happening over and over. So let's get into it. Stay here. Number 4, privacy and boundaries. Very important element to have in a productive and a functional relationship. Number 4, privacy and boundaries. Everybody deserves privacy and proper boundaries, regardless of age, creed, race, sexuality, religion. Everybody deserves and is entitled to privacy and boundaries. If you have that safe space just to be alone when you don't want to communicate, you don't feel well, or you're angry, or whatever the case may be, you should have that space of privacy that's not being interrupted by your parents, your brother, sister, friends, or anybody else. Both children and parents need space, or both parties in a relationship need space and be able to, to vent or do whatever they got to do. Children shouldn't be able to walk into their parents' room while the parents are doing adult-like things, just like parents should knock on children's door just to give them that space to help them grow their individuality and to reinforce their personal rights. What proper privacy and boundaries look like could potentially be knocking on doors before entering, giving the person personal space or time in order to get over their situations, not forcing someone to talk when they don't want to talk, or snooping through their things, X, Y, and Z. All privacy and boundaries go back to trust and respect. And these things are very important in a functional relationship. It must have proper privacy and proper boundaries. Number 5, clear. One more time. Clear. Communications. Very important to have clear communications in any relationship that you're in. Without communications, what do you have? This has to go without saying. Nothing can be sent, received, understood, whatever it is, interpreted without communications, without clear communications. One person is the sender, one person is the receiver. Often, information is blocked, misunderstood, or non-existent when there is not a clear channel of communications. In a family unit, healthy communications might look like kids coming to their parents to talk to them about sex, drugs, alcohol, or maybe even rules that they feel are unjust or punishments X, Y, and Z. Having that clear channel of communications is also built on trust and respect. Parents communicating to their child what they expect of them, what they expect in school, what do they expect outside of school, if they don't want them to hang out with a certain amount of, everything, all of these things, wants and desires and things like that, emotions, it's all communications. Your thoughts, everything has to be communicated. You have to get it out. It's very imperative that when you're in these type of situations that you keep a clear channel of communications. Now, I did a video on communications. I'm going to put that link in the description. So it's just to reinforce what I'm saying here. Everything is usually intertwined, and you can check out my video before on communications just to reinforce what I'm saying. Number 6, most functional relationships have an element of empathy. You have to be able to empathize with the person or the people that you're dealing with, live with, or part of your familiar circle. Now, to me, empathy is the ability to understand and accept where someone is coming from. You don't have to feel sorry for someone to be empathetic. That's not the same thing. It's important to have empathy in a functional relationship because it actually shows respect, or you care how someone else feels, regardless of what's perceived as right or wrong. What empathy could look like in a functional relationship or a functional familial setting is a parent consoling a child because of a bad grade or because a child doesn't feel well. Or maybe even a parent that's doing homework with a child and the child is struggling with math. And even though the parent is getting frustrated, they take a little more time because they want to empathize with that child because they understand that the child is having difficulties with math. Empathy could also be the child coming to hug a parent when the parent had a hard day at work. It doesn't always have to be from parent to child. It definitely goes both ways. So, the ability to reason for how one feels is essentially empathy and is an element of a healthy, functional relationship. And last but not least, teamwork and cooperation. It goes without saying the importance of working together as a team. When you're a part of a team, like a family unit, which is a team, it's very important that everybody knows their roles, their positions, and their duties in the team. Without the team, there can be no me. Now, there is no I in team, and we are all a part of a team. A relationship is a team. A team is a team. A family is a team. A job is a team. Most things that you do, if you're not doing them independently, you are a part of some sort of team. All elements of a family are part of that particular team, that family team. It's important to know which positions or roles everyone is playing in that team and what the cooperation is or what the agreement is for the teamwork to work out a certain type of way. Teamwork is important because it brings everybody together. It helps everybody to work on one accord or work for one purpose. And it does promote unity and positive relationships amongst everyone. Also in teamwork, you can make sacrifices for the greater good. It occurs often in familial situations that the teamwork element is there because it's required. Parents have to sacrifice for their children. Older siblings have to sacrifice for the younger siblings and vice versa. So healthy functioning teamwork or cooperation element could look like two siblings working together to clean their room. One thing could be a mother who's cooking dinner. The father comes and washes the dishes after the dinner, and the kids set up the placemats for the eating of dinner. So you have the kids setting the table, you have mom cooking, and you have dad doing the dishes. That is a very good example of what a functional team looks like in a familiar situation. Stay tuned for the next part of this video where we'll get into the dysfunctions and what happens. Cinematics, music, cinematics, media, cinematics, photography. It's going to be in a link somewhere around here, either here or in the link description. So till then,